and we are back in action. Amber, what's up? Hello. You ready to rock?
I'm ready. Not really, but yeah.
It's a little warm in here. She just got finished with I think this is like the 4th workout for you today or something like that.
This will be, yeah. So we're gonna film week 2 of your September full body challenge. You should have already completed week 1, or you should be in the middle of week 1 or ending your rest day, getting ready for week 2. Week 2 takes week 1 and amps it up a little bit for you. So whereas in week 1 we did burpees, now we're gonna add a little bit of something to that. We're still working our arms and our shoulders and our core. And we're also gonna work, in addition to the burpee working everything, we're gonna add some skater squats, and that's gonna really work the glutes and the quads, really get into those legs today. So if you will remember from week 1 what the burpee was, we are going to add a tuck jump to that, which is going to really get the heart rate up, really burn some calories. I will show you one of those. I will show you one of each exercise, and then we're going to go through it in real time. Remember, from week 1, you should try to get through 2 to 3 rounds of this. I think the last one we did in probably 5 to 7 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, it did take long
something like that.
Yeah.
To knock that out. And you know, as you go through these, you will slow down your pace a little bit, but just really try to push hard. You know, you can also try to beat your time. Like, if you're really feeling like it's not, you know, enough for you, then amp up your pace a little bit and maybe try to beat the time that you know, did your first round in or something like that. So, burpee tuck jump. Remember, burpees are jump, hands down, jump back, jump, and now you're gonna add your tuck jump. Bam.
Wow. All right. So you're really looking for some explosiveness
Yes.
on that jump. Yeah.
Obviously the modification, you can just bring it the little jump, or if you had trouble through week 1 and it really, you know, those burpees, they're tough for everybody. If they really got to you, then you can just add your regular burpee jump. But this is a challenge. Try to challenge yourself. Doesn't matter how slow you go or how long it takes you. This is at your own pace. Just try to get through it and with proper form. So that's your tuck jump. Your up downs, I'm actually gonna use these to tear my elbows up on the carpet. So I'm gonna use a mat. So you're in a plank position, elbow plank. Nice flat back. You're up, up, down, down.
That's gonna
one.
really fire up the shoulders too.
Yep.
And just like the we were talking about with the plank last time, you don't want to like rock too much left and right.
Right.
You want to keep your core nice and strong and straight. You don't want to do the whole like rocking left to right as you're doing the up downs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your skater squats, your feet are directly underneath your hips. Feet close together, knees nice and soft. You're gonna sit back, push through the heels. I lift my toes when I do these so that I make sure that I push through my heels. This is a great exercise for glutes, and also kind of pull into your quads a little bit. That's your skater squat. You got triangle or tricep push-ups. I did these once today already, so we'll see how this goes.
They're also called diamond push-ups
Yeah.
too.
So you're gonna make a little triangle here. And go down and up.
The main thing is actually feeling the triceps, because I've encountered some people that when they do that exercise, their elbows are so far out that they're not able to feel the triceps. So as you're doing it, you might have to start doing it partially, maybe a partial tricep push-up. So maybe a partial, and then possibly challenging yourself, not possibly, then challenging yourself to go a little bit deeper each time. So modification would be the modified push-up position.
Yep. You can also do here,
Yep.
or you can come. I like to do that if I'm gonna modify. I like to bring my hands in directly beside my rib cage and come down.
It's almost like a chaturanga if you're doing yoga,
Yes.
where your elbows are tucked in really tight and you're pushing through and locking out at the top. The main part is locking out at the top, because as you lock out at the top, you really feel most of that tricep firing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have a minute in a plank hold. So you be down, elbow plank. I sing my ABCs when I do this. Sing songs, do something. Either in a plank hold. So, we're gonna do this real time.
Real time. Woo! Amber's on the 4th workout. You ready to do this thing?
I'm ready. So we're gonna start with our 10. This should be your Monday workout for next week. 10 burpees with a tuck jump, 20 up downs, 20 skater squats, 10 triangle or tricep push-ups, and then a minute plank. Don't be afraid to modify. I can already tell you I'm going to modify the triangle or tricep push-ups because I've already done those once today. So don't be afraid to modify. It doesn't mean that you're weak. You just need to, like I know that I'm not super strong in my triceps, and that's something that, I just continue to work on.
Amazing.
I don't feel super strong. All right, so we're gonna start with our burpee tuck jump. We have 10 of these. If you get through 5 and you need water, grab water at your own pace. Here we go. So we start at the bottom, up.
And explosiveness. And again, remember, as you're doing your burpee, kick your feet back. Don't let your hips sink too deep. You're gonna keep a nice strong core with these. You're gonna keep a nice tempo. Your body likes tempo. It likes rhythm. So as long as you stay in that tempo, stay in that rhythm, make sure your breathing is in sync too. Amber's breathing, right? Breathing? Okay, breathing is important. If you don't breathe, then you get this thing that happens with like seeing stars and passing out. We don't like that, so.
Woo!
Good job. Woo!
10 of those. One into our up downs.
You got 20 up downs. Yep. So remember, don't rock too much. Try not to rock the hips left and right as you do these. Keep a nice strong core. Keep your butt down. You don't want your butt super high in the air. You want your body in line from your shoulders to your heels. Nice straight line across. You'll really feel triceps on this one too. So we secretly plan this one just to tear the triceps up today.
Yeah. What I like to do, especially if I have a number that I'm doing, is I start with my right hand, and I'll do half of them right hand, leading with your right hand, and then I'll lead the other half with my left. So I've done 10,
10 right
leading
hand.
with right. So now I'm gonna do 10, leading with left.
Just to make sure we're even on both sides. 'Cause I'm pretty sure Amber doesn't want one side like really super strong, the other side lagging.
I already have one giant trap.
So if you see Amber out at the grocery store or something, look at her trap. She's got like one trap that just sits up really high.
Woo!
Good job. We burned 2 calories so far.
I do have giant trap.
Yep, one giant trap. It's like blazing.
See that one? That's nothing. There we go. Now you know. So we're gonna start with our skater squat. We have 20. Sitting back in the heels. Feet close. I like to keep my hands out.
And then keeping the hands out actually keeps your chest up and head up, because what happens with a lot of people sometimes is there's a tendency to tilt forward. So keeping the arms straight out actually helps to keep your chest up as well. Just a quick little fitness tip.
Or you can also
go prisoner squat style. There you go.
exhale on the way up.
You always want to breathe out wherever you exert the most effort. So for Amber, on the way up is where she exerts the most effort. So breathe in on the way down, breathe out on the way up. Good job, working up a sweat. Working up a sweat.
Look at those babies.
Good job. All right, next one, her favorites. Her favorites. It's probably your favorites right now too.
If your arms feel like mine. So I'm actually gonna go modified. David wants to show you the standard version he
Yeah,
can.
I'm only on one workout today. Hadn't gotten the third one in yet.
So I'm gonna go modified, and I like to do them where my elbows rub my rib cage.
Nice and close.
Side to side.
Yep.
That's where I feel it the most. So, you know, whichever one you feel the most, you can go triangle. Just make sure that the triangle is gonna hit you in the chest. if you're gonna do it that way. But I personally like to do them hands low, by my side.
So she's locking out at the top. As you do them, make sure you always lock out, because that's where you're gonna feel the most tricep stimulation. Is actually when you lock the elbows at the top. You can stretch at the bottom. You can hear her right now, she's really working these triceps. That was
It is.
Woo!
And now a 1 minute plank. So
This is your rest right here.
this will be my rest. Emmett can talk to you guys
Yep.
while I do my plank. I'm gonna sing my ABCs to myself.
Maybe we'll talk about motivation. All right, so this is a challenge. So the idea is to challenge yourself and push yourself outside of what you're comfortable with, okay? So if you are taking on this challenge, if you're doing this challenge, I challenge you to challenge someone else, you know, challenge a family member, a friend, a coworker, you know, to pick up this challenge, you know, maybe print it out for them and say, hey, let's do this together. Maybe you can become accountability partners. It's good to have someone to actually do it with as well. So you can challenge them, they can challenge you, you guys can hold each other accountable. And next thing you know it, by the end of the challenge, you guys are both fit and healthy and making good choices. So pass it on to a friend, somebody that you care about, somebody that you love. Say, hey, let's do this together. Let's do this faith fitness challenge together for September, and we're gonna blow it out of the water, and we're gonna do the best. We're gonna be the best that we can for September. All right. So the message or the motivational thought, I guess I'm trying to get across is, if you don't challenge yourself, you don't change yourself, and you don't really need an accountability partner. All you need is this thing between your ears to get in gear. All right. So Amber's nice and sweaty now. So that was your real time. Of course, we would have done a little bit faster. I like to talk a little bit.
Yeah. So that is your real time workout starting for week 2. Every day we add more reps. Your week 3 will be coming up next week on Workout Wednesday. So watch out for that. And we take it a little bit further and we add some more stuff, some fun stuff. So
Fun times.
thanks for joining us today. We really hope that this helps to motivate you, to really challenge you, you know, to take back your health. If you're sitting there and you're not sure how to get started or what to do or where to go, like, this is an excellent starting point for you. Remember, everything is at your own pace. Don't look at these exercises and think, man, I can't do that. Or, I mean, you know, we all started somewhere, you know. I started almost 40 pounds ago, you know, a few years ago.
I started at 118.
So yeah, so you have the two extremes. I mean, I lost 40, he gained about 80. So, but you know, we all start somewhere, and you know, we want this to be motivational to everyone. Please feel free to, you know, comment on our page. If you have progress pictures, we would love to see them. I always recommend, especially since it's the beginning of the month, weigh yourself and take your measurements. Take your arm, your bicep measurement, take your chest, take your waist, your hips around the biggest part of your booty, and then take your leg. I would measure 7 inches up from your knee and take that measurement and start there.
Usually with the waist. All right, so here's the deal with the waist. A lot of guys, they wear their pants like under their beer belly. All right, so
Yeah.
I see a lot of plumbers, they're wearing their pants like down here. Their belly's like out and their pants are down here. Okay, we're gonna measure from the biggest point, from around the belly button. Okay, wherever that's at.
Yeah, I measure 2 points on women. I measure the smallest part, which for me is really high, very high-waisted. I measure the smallest part, and then I also measure the belly button point. Because on women, this is where a lot of women carry their weight, is, you know, from rib cage to the knee area, really. So I recommend for women, just get your little tape measure and measure center of the bicep. Measure around your chest, the upper part of the chest, the smallest part of the waist, the belly button, the biggest part of the hips, and 7 inches up on the leg. Get your starting measurements, get your starting weight. Do it again in 2 weeks and do it again the other 30 days and see where you are. And remember that no matter what you do here, like no matter how sweaty I am or anything, if you eat like crap, what we just did means absolutely nothing.
Well,
I'll say it like it is. If you eat like crap,
yeah.
everything we just did means absolutely nothing. So you have to make sure that you know, lots of lean meat, fruits, veggies, you know, hit up your local produce stand. Usually you can find at a farmer's market or your local produce stand, you can find some really great local produce for your local business. And try to, you know, incorporate some healthier things into your diet. That's all I have.
That's all I have too. All right, check us out. Faith Fitness Studio in Fort Mill, faithfitnesstransform.com. Come down, take Amber's boot camp. Check out the boot camp.
That's right.
The morning boot camp, the evening boot camp. Just do something. Just get started. Anyway, we're out. Have a wonderful day. Just get it started. Darn it, it wasn't recording.
It's gonna be long.